No dobra, ludziska, nie wiem czy wszyscy wiedzą, czy też nie wiedzą wszyscy, ale Blizzard ostatnio ogłosił fajnego nowego skina, znaczy w sumie to wprowadził nowego fajnego skina. No, nie wiem czy w sumie takiego fajnego, ale informacja jest taka, że skin do konia jest za $65, czyli praktycznie tyle, co sama gra kosztowała. Więc absurd niesamowity. Tyle mogę wam powiedzieć. Absurd jest niesamowity. I sobie posłuchamy, co tutaj ziomek gada generalnie po angielsku, ale napisy są jakieś z autotranslatingu, więc zobaczymy, jak to tutaj jest. No i zobaczymy, co tam ciekawego opowiada nam, bo grubo jest, grubo.
In the beginning, I want to say that I have a point I want to make, and you're going to need to watch all of it to get my point and tell me if you agree or not. Let's go. So there's a conversation that's been going on lately about cosmetics, their pricing structure in Diablo 4. Pretty much every day somebody is coming into my chat and saying something along the lines of, Darth, have you seen the $65 paid cosmetic horse in Diablo 4?
Masakra.
And I have to do my response to this. So let's look at the articles that are being written currently. Let's look at the upvoted Reddit posts. Let's look at the conversations that are going on Twitter, and let's break down exactly what's going on with Diablo 4 cosmetic microtransactions. This is the primary example. $65. This was posted 22 hours ago. The new Scourge mount can be purchased in a bundle with 7,000 platinum.
Dobra, i teraz powiedzcie mi, czy ten skin dla konia, czy to w sumie, nie wiem, nałożenie jakichś tam tekstur i jakiś pyłek z niego się ulatnia. Prawda? Swoją drogą. Jest wart tych $65. Moje zdanie jest nie. Co najwyżej może, nie wiem, z $5, kurde. I to tyle, bo nakład pracy, jaki tutaj dali, jest niesamowicie, moim zdaniem, mały. To nie powinno być tyle charge'owane tak swoją drogą, nie? Dajcie sobie jeszcze chwilę. Już jestem. No, to nie powinno być właśnie w takim kosmosie to charge'owane. No, niestety Activision Blizzard zawsze, kurde, sobie podłoży kłody pod nogi albo sobie dołek wykopie pod swoimi własnymi nogami i naraża się po prostu takimi akcjami niesamowitymi, bo to jest absurd. To nie jest warte, sam skin nie jest warty ceny jak za pełnoprawny produkt gry, tak de facto. To jest niesamowite, nie?
For $65, and then they show right here this horse. Pretty good looking cosmetic horse. There is no way to acquire.
Dobra, jakieś tam gwiazdki się
it's not under an Uber drop rate. There's no other way in the game. If you see somebody with this horse, they spent $65 on the bundle in order to acquire the horse as well as the platinum that comes with it. This is one of the primary examples that people will use when they talk about the pricing of cosmetics in the game. So the first point I want to make is the point if people say that it is a $65 paid horse skin, that is disingenuous. It comes with $70 basically of platinum, their premium currency. You can argue the structure of the premium currency pricing if you want, and then you get the horse as well. One argument to be made would be there's no way to get this horse unless you buy that much amount of platinum and you get it as a bonus, in which case I would agree. This horse is locked behind a $65 purchase, though you're not paying $65 only for the horse. My opinion is I would rather cool looking items in these games.
Okej, to spoko, że teraz dodał, że nie płacimy za samego konia, tylko za platynę, dzięki której możemy kupić tego konia. To akurat też prawda. Ale nie zmienia to samego faktu, że nie jest to warte wydania $65, które oczywiście mamy w platynie, nie? Tak de facto, nie? Więc no, nie jest to warte po prostu. Pod word.
Particularly games that are paid AAA games where we pay upfront pricing, I personally would prefer the best looking skins in the game to be chase related items or reward based items. However,
tak, i to jest prawda. Te skórki też powinny być, możliwość powinna być do dostania tych skórek, robiąc konkretnie zadania, bo farmić coś, jakby był jakiś drop rate, nawet jakby był jakiś mały, żeby farmić właśnie tam jakieś Ubery czy coś w tym stylu, to by bardziej nakręciło też ludzi przede wszystkim do farmienia, do grania w tą grę też, nie? Swoją drogą, zwłaszcza jeśli skin byłby naprawdę dobrej jakości, nie? Więc tutaj wydawanie... Dobra, posłuchajmy dalej.
However, I also understand this is a live service game, and the access to this shop and selling these different cosmetics will actually help the development of the game, though it's hard for me to say that when it is a multi-billion-dollar company that owns them. So if you're asking me if I get really pissed off, I know there's a lot of Reddit posts, there's a lot of articles about it. I don't tend to care that much about cosmetics, with the point aside that I think the best looking cosmetics in the game, the stuff that you really want to be like, that guy looks cool, should be in-game chase achievement based items in order to have the prestige that comes with it. One of the coolest items in any game, in my opinion, is the party hat in RuneScape. I think that
A nawet jeśli będą jakieś naprawdę mega zacnie wyglądające skiny i one gdzieś tam będą trochę wyższej ceny, no to też jest spoko, nie? Ale kuźwa nie za 65 dolków. Nie za 65 dolków.
is a great token example of something that is a chase item.
To skin dla konia.
The point aside, paid cosmetics do not ruin the game for me. However, it might leave a sour taste in your mouth depending upon how you look at it, because some of these cosmetics, the pricing doesn't exactly make you feel respected as a player. Let's look at one such example that is being used as a fairly negative example of paid cosmetics, which I would actually agree with this one. So if you go to add-ons here, while the horse comes with, you can see 7,000 platinum here. Let me actually move my camera just a little bit so you can see it. Comes with 7,000 platinum for $65. And if you look at the platinum cost, 7,000 platinum is basically 70 bucks. I mean, you get a little bit extra. They say free, but you get more the more you pay basically. But 10 bucks, 1,000 platinum, okay. But if you look at this one for $30 that gives 1,000 platinum as well, you're going to realize that these are Porto cosmetics that are more or less recolors with some cool glowy shit around it, maybe lightning, etc. These are class-based. So this is the rogue one, okay? This right here is the necromancer one, so you get the cool skull that pops up. This one right here is your druid one, so you get vines around it. This right here is $10 worth of platinum, and then you have another $20. So it basically boils down to like 20 bucks for 5 Portos, $4 for this Porto, and it's up to you to determine whether or not you think there's a...
No i to jest też kolejny dobry przykład, bo za chyba to było, że 30 dolków, czy coś w tym stylu. Za 30 dolków i to był też w internecie taki dobry przykład, że za 30 dolków mamy Palworda tak de facto, nie? A tu mamy tak de facto reskina portalu, w którym się typiemy do miasta, nie? Za 30 dolków. Gdzie za 30 dolków mamy tą grę też, nie? Więc yikes.
A value of $4 for one of these Portos. All right, that's basically what it breaks down to. To be fair, however, for the people that do not believe in these cosmetics, I want to make a few points as to why cosmetics could actually be unhealthy for a game of this nature. First of all, look at the horse. One of the coolest looking horses locked behind a $65.
I to wygląda całkiem nieźle w porównaniu do tego, co wcześniej wiedzieliśmy, nie? Ale moim zdaniem to nadal nie powinien być skin za $65.
Purchase. Imagine if this horse came out with different tiers, sort of like the gladiator mounts in World of Warcraft back in the day, and this was announced as your leaderboard reward for the different tiers you make. You make gold, you get a gold-based one. You make platinum, now you have a platinum version of this horse. They could actually do something that would drive gameplay excitement and rewards based upon a content feature upcoming, instead of just a place on the leaderboard. Instead of
Zresztą to nawet nie jest to nie jest skin samego konia, to jest armor dla konia. To już w ogóle... Ciekawe jestem, ile to kosztowało. Sam armor.
Something that is locked behind a $65 paywall. Why not make this the reward for hitting diamond tier on a leaderboard? Something I realize about my own content is that The further that you chase the monetary value and the revenue generated with your business over increasing the value provided to the consumer, the worse your overall content becomes. So my argument would be that the focus on making the horse as cool as possible to drive the monetization of your in-game shop, putting the best content there so that people go there, takes away from the innate value of making people go to the game in general. I think that this horse is a fantastic example of one such decision made where this could be the reward for an upcoming incentivized leaderboard that has hype around it that in-game players are excited to dive into, and then you hit them with, check out this cool fucking horse. The best one we've made so far, coming to Diablo 4 for free at different tiers depending upon your leader. Show your friends how far you got on the leaderboard. So imagine on the BlizzCon stage when they're announcing this gauntlet, instead of just show yourself where you're on the leaderboard, it's show yourself where you're on the leaderboard and get something for your goal other than just a leaderboard icon, etc. Everywhere you go in the game, people will see this horse. It is a game that we purposely have made with other players in the world. And now those other players will know how much you're committed to our world. And you build value in the world itself. You build value and pride in your own character's achievements, which actually builds your audience retention within the game. And the longer that people are still playing the game and the longer they're in there, then they might take time to go look in your shop. So in my opinion, there actually is a little bit of a miscalculation if you put the best looking cosmetics in these shops. While I don't mind selling cosmetics as a general philosophy, I think that's okay. When you do the best looking ones, the shit that people really want in a game that has achievements, that is when you start to get a mismatch. Then you throw in the fact that the game itself has high monetary cost associated with it from the start with a $70 price tag. Then we start to see a more clear picture of you really don't want to sell things that are too expensive that are also the best looking things in the game. Or at least that's my opinion as I think about it longer. Does this monetization ruin Diablo 4? No. Does the Portos ruin Diablo 4? No. Maybe they're a little expensive. But is it a missed opportunity? In my opinion, yes.
Tak, bo to akurat co powiedział jest prawda. To nie niszczy samej gry, ale sama gra w tym momencie traci na wartości, nie? No bo tak jak powiedział, zamiast twórcy odsyłać graczy do samej gry, żeby mogli w samej grze zdobyć te skiny, to odsyłają do shopu po prostu. Nie? I to jest właśnie największy problem, jeśli chodzi o mikro jakiekolwiek rzeczy w Diablo właśnie, nie? Że wszystko jest w sklepie, możesz coś kupić, cena jest z kosmosu, co prawda, a w grze nic nie ma do zdobycia, nie? Bo nie ma co robić, nie?
So if you're asking me today what I would have implemented if I was the one running Diablo 4, this cool horse would have been done in different tiers as a reward for the leaderboard. It would have been announced at the BlizzCon stage saying, here's your gold, platinum, diamond version. Go climb, try to get it. I understand that there will always be people that will push back about anything that will then state that, hey, well, I don't have the time all day to earn the diamond horse. I'm annoyed about that. And this is only content for the no-lifers, just like Uber crafting. I understand that. And my response to that as a company would be, get good, scrub. This is an ARPG in which you need to play the game to get the rewards. And then I would have made the game fun so that people want to play the game. That is my opinion on this. I don't think there's anything wrong with having content locked behind actually having to play the game. In fact, I think a lot of people want to play the game so much to get these kinds of achievements. I think that is perfectly acceptable. In fact, you want items.
Zwłaszcza jeśli to są zajebiste jakieś itemy, naprawdę takie ociekające w taką zajebistość. Wiadomo, że mogą być jeszcze bardziej zajebistsze itemy, które można zdobyć i ewentualnie są w sklepie dostępne. Może powinny być też gdzieś dostępne w sklepie, nie? Ale też, żeby można było je zdobyć farmiąc po prostu, nie? No, kto będzie chciał ewentualnie wydać hajsy, no to tak dalej, ale też niech wyceniają te itemy moim zdaniem poprawniej, nie? Bo czasami mam wrażenie, że ceny tych pakietów no są chore, po prostu są chore, nie?
That players cannot get because they aren't good enough to get there. I don't have all the gladiator mounts in World of Warcraft, and I'm not salty crying that I think it's Blizzard's fault. I think I just sucked at arena. That is my problem to fix. I think it would have been the same thing, and that would have been my counter to that argument when it comes to items like this one. At least that's my take on this situation.
Pięknie. 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 No i to mamy takie ładne podsumowanie, nie? Także Blizzard tutaj ostro szaleje. Jednak się jakoś nie ogarnia, tylko cały czas gdzieś prują. Obawiam się tylko jednej rzeczy, że dodatek, który się zbliża do Diablo, może być kosmiczną ceną też, jak po prostu za pełnoprawny produkt i możemy się spodziewać albo przylepki $70 albo i więcej, nie? Tym bardziej, że były głosy, że już się pytają gdzieś tam jakichś graczy, czy będą w stanie wydać $100 za sam dodatek, nie? Więc jajks.